Hello and welcome to ICG Podcast Episode 4. I'm Abdul and with me today is Yeshwanth.
Hey, sorry. I was looking at the YouTube live. Yes, hey,
Yes,
all, how's it going? Welcome to ICG Podcast Episode 4. And we will be consistently uh, going forward with this. Yes, thank you very
yes,
much.
yeah. Yeshwanth has other plans to do for tonight, and apparently so do
Yeah.
I, but we made sure to start a bit early so that we won't have to miss out on those as well. So, once again, thank you for joining us. So, then let's jump straight to it. Starting off with PlayStation as usual. Horizon Forbidden West has sold 8.4 million copies till launch, and this is not counting the amount of people who have downloaded and played the game through PS Plus Extra. And with that, the overall franchise, which includes Horizon Part 1 with the Frozen Wilds DLC and all that, along with Horizon Forbidden West, has sold 32.7 million copies. So that's a big achievement for a studio that just was basically focused on FPS games since the start and only decided to move to open world action RPGs in the PS4 era. So GG to Gorilla Games.
GG to Gorilla Games. Oh my God, that is so.
Yeah,
That is so good. Yes, all right. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I mean, the first game has only been very outstanding, I suppose, and then the second game, it got review bombed. Every game right now is getting review bombed. You cannot talk much about that, but yes, I heard major good things about the game, and it's and I also heard that there's going to be plans for Aloy to still come around, maybe in Horizon 3 or maybe in a DLC or I don't know. But they said there is still a lot of Aloy to come. So I think this is 8.4 million copies without including the PS Plus Extra. That is quite an achievement. In
yeah,
how long has it been? An year since its launch?
yeah. It launched in February of 2022.
Yes, yeah. So it's been an year, more than a year, and that's 8.4 million is awesome for a sequel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they also recently launched a DLC last month.
Ah,
So
right. The Burning
Burning
Shores. Yes.
Shores, and
Yeah.
they decided to make it a PS5 exclusive because apparently only the PS5 could handle all that technical aspects. Like,
Yeah, maybe they were certainly saying it in the title of the DLC, Burning Shores. You need to burn your hardware to
uh,
run our game, and
yeah,
PS4 was not ready to burn.
uh,
So yeah, I suppose.
the
Go ahead. You're saying something.
the PS4 was already burning something because it always sounded like a jet engine.
Jet engine. Yes. Yeah.
So they just
Absolutely.
only thing left was for sparks to come out from the back. So I think they didn't want to happen. So yeah,
It would have flew away.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, we'll stick with that. And apparently, there's going to be a PlayStation showcase. Joshua, do you know anything about that?
Oh my God. Yes, I mean, I tweeted about this and didn't expect the visibility that this tweet has caused me. I mean, this is around 17,000 impressions, I suppose.
Wow.
That it last time I checked. I mean, it was everybody who is not even following me has quote tweeted or liked the tweet. Basically, it just captured most of the gamers' attention, which shows, right? Even if you, I mean, I'm not telling anything about different community, but basically, if I tweet about PlayStation, I get more visibility. Either it's good or it's bad. I think PlayStation gets more most of the visibility from the gaming community. And the moment I tweeted, it was crazy. Maybe for 1 hour, it was okay, just as expected, the response. And then after an hour, it just caught on. Maybe Twitter found something and then pushed my tweet. I suppose when
Mhm.
people search for PlayStation Showcase, my tweet was in the top of the search. And
Nice.
yeah, it just I mean, everybody was basically hoping for the biggest thing that everybody was I mean, apart from the confirmed Spider-Man 2 or confirmed by Wolverine, whether they are going to be here or not, at least they were announced games, right? They are
Yeah.
not like they it was something rumor, but they were at least announced by the studio itself. But most of the people, apart from that, were completely excited about Metal Gear Solid 3 PlayStation 5 remake.
Wow.
That was, I mean, that just uh, people were emotional. I saw some replies, and I saw so many DMs, man. I received like hundreds of DMs asking me for source, and I told, "Hey, man, I don't know the source. I just took what Jeff Grubb told, and then I did mention that it's a rumor in
Uh,
the tweet. I did not mention that none of these are confirmed, and I had to copy paste that same response for hundreds of DMs, and yeah, people got excited for Metal Gear Solid.
we should have.
Unfortunately, I did not play a single Metal Gear Solid game or
Oh,
Metal Gear franchise itself. Yeah, I don't understand what the enthusiasm or the love or emotion for that franchise is.
yeah, it's
But
been
yes,
there.
yeah.
It's kind of a signature PlayStation game, man. It's been there for all of the generations of the PlayStation. So yeah, and it's
Oh,
also
awesome.
produced by Hideo Kojima. So
Hideo Kojima. Ah, right, right. Yes, yes. That I know. That I know. Yes, yes. Of course, I know that.
so
Yes.
the enthusiasm
Oh
is
my
there.
God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's bringing Death Stranding too. So who knows? Is if Metal Gear Solid 3 remake is indeed true, do you think Blue Point is making that?
Possible. I mean, the only remake I think Blue Point made was Demon Souls. That was quite a long time ago. So now I'm not exactly sure if Blue Point will make it again. But yeah, it'll be cool if
Yeah,
they make it.
la- from what Blue Point made out of Demon Souls, everybody was completely on a positive side. I mean, everybody was just praising the way that Demon Souls came out to be. It just used all the capabilities of PlayStation 5 and it completely changed what Demon Souls is in the remake. Blue Point did an outstanding job in that. So if I mean, they became synonym for remakes for PlayStation IPs, I suppose with what do you say that um, giants killing. What is that, man?
Giants Killing. What Giants Killing?
Blue Point, another game that they remastered.
Shadow of Colossus? I don't think so. That's a
Colossus,
different one.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yes, yes. They, that one as well.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
yeah, they made that right. Yeah, and other games as well. So yes, I think Blue Point has made a name for themselves in remake. And when Blue Point was so successful with the Demon Souls remake, they came out and said they will focus on well developing their own IP. And some people thought that okay, they might be doing something of their own. So is it going to be something like a DLC for the? I don't want to say Bloodborne, but I had so many rumors, man. I had so many rumors that they might just pick up the Bloodborne remake or Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, or they are doing their own IP instead. Um, I mean, I also heard Twisted Metal remake as well. So
Ah, the
if
movie is
the I
coming
mean
out.
if yeah, the no, it's a series, right? It's a Peacock series.
Ah, yeah,
Anthony Mackie
series.
is the lead protagonist. Yes.
Interesting.
So yeah, I mean, if remake should be handed to a studio of PlayStation owned studios, I think Blue Point is the perfect studio that makes sense. And I mean, they have the freedom to choose whatever game they can choose, I suppose, because they deliver that, and I think they are given that choice of what they want to pick up next, I suppose, if that is given.
Mm,
In that case, it's up to them to which game to remake or to develop their own IP.
yeah, and quite recently, Sony has been just remaking stuff. Not just Sony, but I mean, it almost
Yeah,
seems like the end of last year and start of this year has just been remake after remake after remake. So,
remake after remake. Yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake, quite a surprise.
Dead Space,
Everybody is happy the way the game turned out to be. Yes,
mm,
absolutely. I mean, it only makes sense, right? As long as with remakes, it's a damn sure guarantee that their game is going to be a success. They don't have to worry about a new IP that is going to be released or a sequel that is going to either catch on or not. So, the safest bet for them to uh, put on is basically to bring a beloved franchise or an IP and then remake it. That's and then use the money out of that to maybe fund their own new IPs or new sequels.
Yeah,
And as they just want to make money, and what's the easiest and fastest way? A remake.
yeah, and they use big terms like Sony, built from the ground up for PlayStation 5.
Girlfriend for PlayStation 5, absolutely. I mean, you have to make sure that all the keywords are there, right, for search engine optimization or for whatever, right?
Yeah,
You have to make sure that keywords are there
yeah,
for catching the eye. Yeah.
yeah. It was quite a meme back when the Last of Us Part One remake launched. In fact, we had a sticker on ICG. We just put built from ground up. Yeah,
No, I remember that. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
But anyways, but remakes safe bet and all, but still they're still charging like $70 completely for it. So there are still plenty of people who are against it because they're like many people are long-term players, so they might have had previous PlayStations and have played the originals. Now they're just
Yeah.
feeling like they're giving back the same game, improving the graphics a bit and putting full price. So they're like, I don't know.
I mean, it depends, right? The Demon Souls, I think, is a perfect remake. I'm not sure about the Last of Us Part One remake. It is absolutely gorgeous to look at, but I didn't feel like it was ground up built from the scratch. I don't know. I felt maybe the difference between the Last of Us remastered and the Last of Us remake didn't give that much because Demon Souls was directly very long and then completely built up for a remake. That's why the generational difference was completely visible.
Yeah,
Well, that's the reason, but I didn't feel The Last of Us Part 1 remake was that of a jump because we already had a sort of a remastered.
yeah, for
And
PS4.
nobody needed a remake. That's what something I also felt.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, but for first time fans, it was a big thing, and apparently the show also boosted the sales quite a lot.
absolutely. I mean, it only makes sense. Why do you think it's all part of the strategy. If they are going to release a game, they want to make sure how else they can boost a game or a series. If there is a series, if the game is already available, and if people hear that the series, I mean, the easiest to catch on is something you view at. If you want to play, it's not that easy to get your hands on and then start playing. You might like it or you might not like it, but the easiest way to consume an entertainment is by watching it or by just listening at it.
Yeah,
So, I mean, the popular this show became, people saw how good the story is and what else they can explore if it's an actual game compared to a series. So
yeah,
that boosted the sales of the game as well. Absolutely.
yeah. Well then, I think we got slightly deviated away from the topic.
Oh,
But
we always do.
yeah, that's the thing about talking about the things you love. You always end up getting sidetracked.
Yes.
But yeah, anyways, the showcase is rumored to take place in the week of May 25th. And this is according to Jeff Grubb. Do not ask me for my sources.
Yes.
And I'll just say, trust me, bro. I have nothing else to
That's
say.
true. Absolutely. I mean, if they are going to, if the showcase is going to happen around 25th of May, right? I mean, we should expect some form of announcement at least a week before that.
Yeah.
So maybe in the coming few days, we
Hmm.
should see an announcement. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite possible. We can just hope for the best. But apparently, Jeff Grubb once again says that it might be the biggest Sony show ever. And
Yes.
the titles that will be expected to make a presentation there would be Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, Silent Hill 2, uh, Last of Us multiplayer, Death Stranding
Yeah.
2, and the aforementioned Metal Gear Solid 3, PlayStation 5 remake, and for quite a few fans who might end up becoming simps, Stellar Blade is also going to be showing there. So
Still lovely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Let's also throw in Bloodborne remake. Why not, right?
It's up to speculation. Once
Why
again,
not?
just
As long as we are talking about rumors, why
yeah,
not throwing
yeah.
Bloodborne?
So
The trusted Bloodborne rumors.
yes, very trusted. So just trust me, bro. Just
Trust me,
trust me.
bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And on that same note, Sony has apparently signed a major exclusivity deal with Konami, and because
Yes.
of that, apparently Silent Hill will be PlayStation 5 exclusive. So, what can we do?
I
Uh,
mean, the major thing you can take from this is it's not a rumor. It's been confirmed.
mm,
So that's, I mean, the Resident Evil 4 remake. I think it just put all the horror franchise into the focus, and the remakes are in the forefront. And what is the other best cult classic? No, it's just not cult classic. It's just the absolutely amazing other horror franchise is Silent Hill.
yeah,
Absolutely, they are going to cash in on this, and it's only a matter of time that Sony realized that okay, this is something we want to explore, and Konami is lending their IP or selling their IP, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what's happening internally, but
mm,
looks like they are ready to use their IP more extensively than what they have been. And maybe Sony reached out to them first or with best offer,
yeah,
and they what. I mean, it's just amazing that they got the deal, but it's also sad that if it, and it's been confirmed, so it's going to be PS5 exclusive. So our Xbox community will be a little bit disappointed
yeah.
on experiencing this amazing game, but
PC
it's
also,
all
PC also.
it's all competition, I suppose,
Yeah.
for the providers.
And I actually shouldn't be saying my next statement, but I'll say it anyways. And here people are getting angry about Microsoft acquiring Activision. Just
Oh my
saying,
God, we are bringing this Microsoft acquisition every single podcast, man.
it's famous.
It's not going to go away. Yes.
Yeah, I think it will just be dragging on until it finally gets closed or whatever. But anyways, moving on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The games for PlayStation Plus Extra and Deluxe have been announced for May, and it looks like a win once again for this month. I think Yashwin tweeted it out, and
Yeah,
what was the
this is
response, man?
W, right?
Yeah,
I mean it's a W. It's a win, I suppose. Yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank. I saw. Oh my God, I saw. Yeah, maybe 99.9% of the response was this is a big plus because Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is an amazing PS5 game,
yeah,
and
I
it's
loved it. I loved it.
you completed the game.
Yeah, I did. I did. It's short, but it's quite a fun and very beautiful game. And I'm a big fan of the Ratchet and Clank series. I've been playing the game since the OG Ratchet and Clank. In fact, I still have all of
Oh
the
my
entries for
God.
PS3 with me. I have all of the PS2 Ratchet and Clank games remastered for PS3 with me, and I have all of the PS3 games that were released for Ratchet and Clank with me. And I also still have my PS3 with me. But only thing is, ever since I
Oh
got to
my
PS5,
God.
I cannot play it. So I don't know.
Oh my
Sometimes
God, I
I
see your face glowing up, buddy. It's you're really
crazy
crazy. I
about
mean, you're
Ratchet
really
Clank.
you love Ratchet and Clank fans.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's an absolutely an amazing game, and it deserves the fans that it has. Again, I have to apologize. Didn't play a single Ratchet and Clank
No
game.
issues. This is
I
your
think
chance.
for every single game there's a disclaimer. There's a what is a consistent disclaimer. H1 did not play
Play
this
it,
game.
play it, play it.
I
Yes.
hope I get all the time in the world to experience all these games. But
Yeah,
yes,
definitely will.
Ratchet and Clank. Yes,
The
I heard many good things, and I can see that in your face. You are very excited about
yeah, the
the game,
reason
and
it's
you committed it.
the reason it's so close to my heart is because Ratchet and Clank 1 was the first ever PlayStation game I played on my first ever PlayStation console, the PlayStation 2.
Oh God, okay, that's enough. That's enough
Yeah,
for getting that attachment.
yeah, I was just
Yes,
9 years old and I got it as a gift from my uncle from Switzerland. So, yeah, I mean, it was pretty
yes.
crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can confirm that you have that attachment with the first game you experience on PlayStation. I have that with The Last of Us, and yes, it's quite an experience to experience such a game on such a capable gaming console, and you will have that in your memories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Okay, Yashwant, what about the rest of the games in Ratchet Clank?
Yeah, so Humanity, which is going to be a free first day launch for PlayStation Plus Extra. And I think we talked enough 4 times last time in our
Yeah, yeah,
podcast
yeah,
three.
yeah,
But yes, I found that it to be quite amazing and simple. I don't want to say simple, but it looked quite fun
yeah.
to play. A dog guiding humans.
Humans, yeah,
Yes, as I mean, yeah. What do you need? Well, you had cat. Yeah, you are controlling a cat before in Stray. Now you can control dog. So yeah, let's keep these animal controlled games.
yeah.
And what do you think is the next animal we will be able to control?
Well, actually, there's already another animal available on PlayStation Plus. It's called the
Oh my
Untitled.
God.
It's called the Untitled Goose game.
Okay, the goose. You control the goose.
You control a goose, yes. So yeah, looks like animals are bringing their own genre to PlayStation. So yeah, it's
PlayStation, yes, absolutely.
quite
Yeah, yeah.
interesting
I
thing.
mean, yeah, I think the next one is Watch Dogs Legion. I just have a small experience with Watch Dogs. I played the first game for like
Ah,
1 hour, and it was quite. I mean, basically, I don't know. Maybe I didn't find it more attentive or focused. It just kept telling me what to do. It just kept telling me, go there, press this button. That's it. Your mission is done, or something like that. I
mm,
didn't find it quite engaging or quite satisfying to play the game, the first one. I mean, maybe that's just the genre it is. But yes, I'll continue playing the game, and once I
yeah,
get more time. But Watch Dogs Legion is going to be added, Dishonored 2, and then Dishonored Death of the Outsiders, and then Sakuna of Rise and Ruin. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. So that is one another W for me. I wanted to play this game for long. And Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Oh, I remember. So these Tomb Raiders were once part of PS Plus collection, right? All three, I suppose, or at least the first one. It was no, it
yeah.
was available for not collection. Sorry, PS Plus Essential. Once I remember that there was one Tomb Raider game, but at that time I didn't own any PS5, and I wanted to add this to my collection, but
Mm,
I could have just created an account and added it. But
yeah.
uh, I think I remember the first time I purchased PlayStation Plus was for Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Ah,
For that, to add it to my collection, I purchased for that month PS Plus, and then I added to
yes.
my collection. Yes. I think just before that, maybe 1 month or 2 months before Final Fantasy Remake 7 remake was available, Tomb Raider
Yes.
was also available. Yeah.
Nice.
And then we have Bus Simulator 21, The Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Thamisia, Rain World, Lake, Conan Exiles, Rune Factory 4 Special, Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, and then Soundfall. The only things from this I can remember is The Evil Within 2 and then Wolfenstein Youngblood. What about you?
Ah, well, I'm eager to try out the Tomb Raider trilogy, but I still remember playing Tomb Raider back in the PS3. And the thing was that when I had a PS3, I decided to buy all the games possible because back then it was almost time for the launch of PS5. So PS3 games would be missing. So I was like, or I did not know they'll bring extra and deluxe and also. I was just like, buy every single PS3 game you can. So I bought the game, played them
Ah,
for 20 minutes, kept them back, tried another game. So yeah, now I have a collection of 40 CDs that are still not yet played. So
let it, let
yeah,
it.
and they're all now just showing up at PS Plus Extra. What can I do, man? So
Yeah, I'm sorry for you, but I'm happy I didn't purchase. If I like it, of course, I will purchase. I'm a physical disc collector. I love to collect. If I
yes,
like the game, I'm going to collect it and then keep it in the sealed. format. Maybe the value grows in future. I don't know, but
Mm.
of course I'm gonna. If I like the game in PS Plus Extra or PS Plus Essential, whatever it is, if I play it and I love the game, I'm going to purchase the physical disc. Absolutely.
Yeah, supporting the devs is very important. Right, and now let's just wrap up the PlayStation segment with the PlayStation Plus Deluxe games. It's going to be Siphon Filter, Logan's Shadow, Blade Dancer, Lineage of Light, Pursuit Force, and Ghostbusters the game remastered. And that will be all for PlayStation. Now,
Yeah.
moving on to Xbox. The big news is we won't be talking about Redfall this episode. Moving on. Next big news is the Xbox plus Bethesda showcase and Starfield Direct will be on June 11th. And combined, both of those shows will be going for 90 minutes long. So yeah, it's
That,
to
that's quite a long. Yeah.
it's going to build up hype for people, especially Starfield, and Microsoft at this point definitely needs a win, and everyone is banking on Starfield for it. So let's hope for the best. And apparently from ESRB, we got a few new details for Starfield, and apparently it will be rated M for blood, language, suggestive themes, use of substances, and violence. So yeah, sorry kids, you're not allowed to play Starfield. And next is you can assume that the role will be of a miner who is tasked with finding artifacts across the galaxy. There will be humans, robots, and alien enemies. There will be futuristic guns, lasers, axes, and explosives. A fictional substance called Aurora is very prominent in the game, and even in one section of the game, you will be working in an illegal substance lab where you have to make Aurora. And also, last thing is there will be some in-game purchases that are confirmed. So yeah, I think Starfield is something to look forward to. Kindly keep all the kids out of the room, play by yourself, and enjoy it.
I mean, they have to go ball, right? I mean, they don't want to be held back by the younger audience of
Audience.
the consoles. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's interesting. The character which we'll be playing is as a minor. So
yeah,
I don't know how influential or what. So that's why maybe the game has been rated. The kid involved in making this illegal substance called Aurora in the game.
mhm.
I mean, yeah, it brings out all the things I suppose for kids to not
Avoid.
take it as
Yes.
a role or something. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah, and you don't want kids thinking it is some sort of intergalactic Minecraft. So yeah, we'll skip it on that point. And yeah, on the chat we have Mr. Vijay123 saying that let's hope it will be a success. Yeah, let's hope it will be. Actually.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
now for Nintendo. Apparently, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has got great scores across the entire board. Could be potential GOTY, and the marketing for it is in full swing. In fact, with it having major billboards across New York City. And yeah, so I mean, I have a friend or two who are playing the game, and I haven't seen them online for the past 2 days. So I can only assume. I can only assume they're playing
Absolutely.
that. I hope they're doing good, and I'm assuming they're only playing the game and nothing else. So yeah, also Metroid Prime Remastered has sold over 1 million copies worldwide. So yeah, that's also a great feat.
I mean,
And
absolutely right. With Legend of Zelda Tears of the I mean, Legend of Zelda has always been a game that gamers has to look forward to, and they can bank on that game being an absolute gorgeous to look at, an absolute good, crazy to deliver all their expectations. I mean,
yeah,
by having it, by being just a Legend of Zelda game, you have so much to deliver. You have so many expectations to meet, and even with all those expectations, Tears of the Kingdom has landed its landing, I suppose, and it stuck its landing. Yes,
yeah,
that's amazing for a game to achieve this. I mean, you played Legend of Zelda, and then you were expecting some form of similarities to move forward and then improve on that and then give a much more compelling story than what the first Legend of Zelda did. And this Tears of Kingdom, it just, I mean, everybody is just in awe of this game. And I also saw trailers before playing before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3
Uh-huh.
in IMAX screens. So yeah, Legend
Wow.
of Zelda is everywhere, and the
Yeah, it
marketing
is.
is absolutely going crazy. Yes,
That's a game that definitely deserves it. I mean, I can, from my opinion, I can definitely say that Nintendo is one of those companies who can, not be held back by hardware. They make the games for their hardware and they make sure
okay.
it utilize it fully and make sure that the end result is always awesome. I mean, all of their pretty much their first party games like Mario, Legend of Zelda, Kirby, Super Smash Bros. Everything is pretty awesome. I would have
Pretty awesome,
included
absolutely.
Pokemon, but apparently recently Pokemon has been having quite a lot of issues, so I think I'll skip that for now. They were better in their Game Boy and DS days.
Yeah, and I used to play Pokemon Go, man. I was so crazy. In my university, it's a 350 acres campus, 350 acres that also includes a small lake inside the campus itself. So to catch water Pokemons, I used to walk to the lake, man. It was such a fun memories I had with Pokemon Go. I mean, everybody the moment it released in India, everybody was around the lake itself. I mean, I didn't see that many students around the lake, and everybody was like, "Oh, bro, did you get that water Pokemon? I got this one Pokemon." It was such an awesome experience and memory. I'm gonna cherish that memories for a very long time. I mean, we kept walking, man. We kept walking like crazy. We used to turn the game on. So what the crazy thing is, from our hostel to college, it's at least 2 kilometers distance, and we used to just put the phone in pocket and walk, and the egg used to hatch. So all those crazy things we used to make use of the distance that we had to play
Yeah,
this game as well. It was a perfect game for us inside the campus. Yeah.
yeah. Quick question though, did any of the person actually try swimming to get water Pokemon?
No, it's not allowed. Yeah, there's a fence around the lake. Apparently, the students were jumping in the water, so they had
Nice.
to they had to put up the fence, but not for the reason of Pokemon Go. But the fence
Ah,
was
okay.
already there for many ages before we even joined. Yes, there is
Ah,
a
okay.
fence, but still, you can get 5 meters
Yeah,
close to the lake. Yeah.
that's good. But apparently, despite all of the enthusiasm, Pokemon Go was also banned in India for quite some time
For quite
because
some time, I remember. Yeah.
because they used to keep Pokespots in all of the temples and places which are not exactly safe for people to go to. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it helped get a lot of new fans for the franchise. But for people like me who've been playing it from like the Game Boy days, those will always be like cherished memories, just like being in your own small world trying to catch these little creatures and all. But yeah,
Absolutely.
plenty of things change once you become an adult, your point of view, your thoughts, everything. I mean, when you're small, you see, oh, it's cute creatures fighting each other. Let's see who wins. But then after growing up and watching movies like Gladiator and stuff, and you're like, so we are forcefully catching these people and forcing them to fight against each other.
Fighting each other. Oh, right. The moral conundrum. Yes.
Yes.
Once you start realizing that you're capturing them. But
Yeah.
I don't care, man. They are fictional characters. They are electrical characters, and I had much fun, man. During my college days, we used to have tournaments. We used to have a club, Pokemon Go club in our university,
Nice.
and there were hundreds of people. So yes, we had schedule for fightings. We had schedule for who can occupy the. There used to be that
Jim.
gyms. Yes, gyms. Yes. There were four gyms in our campus. We used to
Wow.
divide four gyms for different groups as well. Like I think orange, yellow, blue, and I think some.
That was all. There were only
Another
three
one.
colors. There were only three groups, right?
Three groups. Yeah, three groups. Yeah. Three groups. Yes, it was an amazing. We had schedule, man. We had really schedule like our college schedule. We had schedule who can be at what time for a gym. So so many memories, very good memories.
Yeah, I mean, people stopped going to the actual gym and went to these gyms instead. Wow.
Pokemon Go gyms. Yes, exactly.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. But okay, pretty good. But like, yeah, like modern conundrum was that I went from being an enthusiastic Pokemon trainer to suddenly thinking I was Julius Caesar. But yeah, yeah, well,
Good.
anyways, yeah, that's definitely a thumbs down. It made me question my existence for a while. But yeah,
Okay. Oh
anyways,
man.
that will wrap up our walk down memory lane and Nintendo. We're moving on to the final segment of our podcast, which will be the discussions. And as of now, the big thing is that recently the trend is that collector's editions of games and special editions and all are now coming with steel books without discs inside them. And in case of special editions, like say for example, I don't know, many games, I can't think of examples because there are so many. But
Yeah,
for like,
even Ragnarok, I suppose, and then even Horizon Regala edition or something. I remember, if
yeah,
I'm not wrong, that didn't come with the actual disc itself.
exactly, yeah. So for those collector's edition, all did not come with a disc. They just had steel books for show. And some
Yep.
other games for the DLCs, they just give you the code instead of a disc also. So, what do you think about this trend, Yashwant?
Oh man, of course, I do not like it. I'll just come out and say it's super clear that people are spending hundreds of dollars on a game, and they should be getting this disc as well. I'm not sure what discussion was the reason. Basically, it's not fair for the gamers who, I mean, the fans of the game who are spending hundreds of dollars and encouraging the studio to release such editions. And recently, in these editions, if you're not getting the actual disc, what matters?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
just that throws the fans out of, I mean, some sort of confusion. Like, do they
Yeah,
even care about the fans? What's the reasoning behind not including the disc in such a costly edition? It's absolutely I don't encourage it, and it's not. I mean, people will still buy. That's the sad reality, and the gamers will still buy them, and they will still be out of the stock. I mean, that's the sad reality. As long as maybe people put their foot down and then just say, "Hey, this is something we are not going to encourage going forward," so we are not purchasing, or um, that's just not
right.
the right way to encourage or um,
Yeah,
promote your game, that the fans are completely
yeah,
devoted to your franchise or your studio. So absolutely, it's not something to even suggest, but yes. What do you think, Abdul?
I feel like what's the point of being a collector if you don't have the disc? So, what's the point of a
Just put
collect?
that. No, it's okay. Just put the steel case in the shelf and show them that you might have a disc inside it or not. It's what to say?
Uh,
It's Schrodinger's paradox. You might have
uh,
disk in that. You might not have disk in that, until and unless you open it.
See, the thing is that I can fool other people. With that concept, you can fool other people, but you can't fool your own consciousness.
Unconscious.
I'll be like, see, I have the steelbook, I have the game, and inside I'll be crying. I'll be like, they didn't give me a disc. Oh my god, I'm so sad.
Discovered. I agree. Yes, absolutely. You
Yeah,
cannot.
I
I
mean,
mean, you cannot fool yourself, and you cannot fool actual gamers as well. Who knows the
yeah,
knowledge? Who has the knowledge? If they see still game, they might come to a conclusion that did you again purchase the game, or it's just an empty steel box. So
exactly.
the knowledge and the informed gamer also knows that
Yeah,
what's inside that steel box. Yes.
yeah, it'll be humiliating if you bring some gamers over to your house and you try showing it off to some non-gamers. Then a gamer friend comes and says, "They never gave a disc with that steelbook, you know that, right?" And these people will be like, "What?" I'm like, okay, cat is out of the bag.
Absolutely.
This is not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the reason that they are skipping out on discs is because they might be able to save money without making a disc. But then again, what's the point? You guys are already charging a hell lot of money for the collector's edition. Why not just put in a disc?
Yeah, it
And
doesn't matter, right? They are ready to pay the price, and if you are thinking about the cost, they are already paying hundreds of dollars. Why not just
exactly,
include that in the price and provide disc as well?
exactly. I mean, they are giving us hammers, action figures, maps, stickers, and which made me think when I look at the maps, I'm like, back when I had a PS2, I remember buying the disc for GTA San Andreas. They had quite literally the entire map of the game inside the box. I'm like,
Oh my God.
nowadays in collector's editions only they are giving us maps. What nonsense is this, man? Come on.
Oh my
Uh,
God, that's such a fall, bro. I mean, exactly. Getting to open your San Andreas game and then finding that you have entire map
map,
in your hands, a physical, actual map
map.
of the game that you could put your finger on it and tell them, "Hey, I went here, and then I went here, and then maybe hang it in your wall and then
Yeah,
put pins and
poster.
then solve crimes." I suppose, yeah. It's such a unique experience, and they are taking it away and just I mean, of course they're bringing it, but with additional cost. Yes,
Yeah,
it's. I mean, it's absolutely a technique to make more money. Of course, it's a cheap way to make more money. But no, man, I'm really sorry for the people who just keep buying and encouraging these studios to keep doing such things. Yeah.
yeah.
And then in future, they'll just say that, hey, this is the box of the disc, but you'll get a key inside that box. What's then? Are we going to just accept that as the new feature, that they're the new normal, or are we going to stay strong and then tell them, hey, that's it, you crossed the line. This is where we are going to say
Yes,
no, and then I think maybe they'll test this maybe with big games or with small games. I don't know. Of course, everything comes down to how easily they can make money with doing as less work as possible. And if printing physical disk and then loading it on a disk, it's like giving them a copy of your entire game. Yeah, they can play it anytime. If it's a digital copy, maybe they can take away the rights, whatever it is in the means
yeah,
they can put online. Online is a must to play a digital game. They can put certain criteria and then you can lose complete ownership of your digital copy.
exactly,
They can control everything if it's a digital game. They cannot control anything once you have the copy of the game in your hand.
exactly.
I mean, that's also one more thing that they're scared that they want to control every aspect of the game, man. And it's gonna move forward towards that, and it's unfortunate that I'm telling this. I'm new to the gaming industry, and I've seen so many changes in so little time.
Mhm.
And I can notice that I have not been part of gaming industry, so I know what's actual change is. I'm an outsider for this. I can look at a different perspective and understand, okay,
Exactly.
what's happening, how fast the gaming industry is changing towards digital. And yeah, from what I saw, that's their trajectory, and it's very sad. Yeah.
Yeah, usually people say vote with your wallets. I must first say I have to find a wallet first, and then I'll think about it.
Of
But
course, the currency is virtual now. I mean, it's online, and you're paying your physical desk with your UPI transaction.
yeah, Digital India. I think they're inspired by Digital India to go all digital
Digital
again.
to go all digital. Oh, please no! I love the
And
physical games, man.
there's a special feeling of having the box with the disc inside. I mean, you want to show
Absolutely,
your
yeah,
collection, you can just show a bookcase like, see, I'm so
exactly.
such a big
You
collector.
open your shelf and it's just like what you said, the Pulp Fiction box. When you open the suitcase,
Yeah,
the light shines, right? It's like you
yeah.
can put that light together, open the glass, and oh
Oh
my
my God.
God, that is amazing to look at. That is amazing to see, and you can feel that, you can touch that games. I mean,
Mm,
it's a unique experience. You won't get that same experience showing them even on a 75-inch screen, just showing them, hey, that's the game I own, that's the game I own, that's the game I own. It's not gonna be the same experience on a digital
yeah,
library.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting and scrolling through a screen and saying, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this.
Yeah, yeah. Switch
Which
off the TV and you don't have it.
exactly. So you have nothing to display. But yeah, having a shelf full of games that you can show off to other people is a big thing. And but then again, there are people who come and say, "How jobless are you?" But then again,
Oh my God.
those
You're
are not the
spending,
people.
wait a minute, you're spending the money already on digital. Why not spend it on a physical, man? You're spending the same amount of money on digital. And you are going to get much more value out of a physical one rather than a digital. And it's, I don't know why we have to bring this topic every time, digital versus physical copy. It's just so damn easy to see the truth in front of you. You can have it in your hands. That's it. That's the only thing you need to compare. And people are still preferring digital copies. I mean,
I think it
I don't know what
has.
song. Yeah,
I think it has something to do with the price also because back in the days when people are still asking for tips and advice regarding the restock, plenty of people are still leaning towards the digital edition just because it was around 10,000 rupees cheaper. And I was like, so I spend that 10,000 now on a disc version. You will save that money in the long run if you end up selling your games after you're done playing with them.
exactly.
But
Yeah,
they're like, oh no, I can easily buy it now. I only have the money for this now. Like, okay, fine, you have it now. You'll buy it. But then every single game you have to buy after that, it will cost you 5,000 definitely. Or you'll have to
exactly.
wait for a sale, which will happen sometime randomly, and it won't be as much as the sales we have for physical discs. I mean, in the start of May, we had a sale for both Amazon and Flipkart, and entire
Exactly.
day on the server, people were posting deals after deals. You were getting 4,000 rupees games for 1,000 rupees.
For 1,000 rupees,
And
exactly.
man,
And that's
like
a physical game.
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. You can play the game and then you can sell it for 500, I suppose, and then you
Yeah,
just played the absolute triple A game for just 500 rupees, and
yeah,
it's you enjoy the game, you sold the game, and you can, if you want, you can keep the game for absolutely, you should keep the game if you love the game. But
yeah,
if you are stay that worried about finance, you can absolutely sell a physical game, but you cannot sell a digital game.
digital
That's
game.
illegal. Yeah.
Exactly. But anyways, I think if we talk about this, we'll keep on talking about it. So might as well wrap it up at this point.
Yeah.
So thank you to all of you who've joined us today for today's episode. And I forgot to say it for the past few episodes, but kindly like and subscribe our videos.
Subscribe. Like
Yeah,
and subscribe.
yeah, like and subscribe. So thank you all once again. Have a good weekend. This is Abdul and Yashwant signing off.
Thank you all. Bye bye.